In Congress, I'm part of the House Gun Violence Prevention Task Force and co-sponsor of the bipartisan Background Checks Act. It's simple. If you want to buy a gun, you should have to pass a background check. That applies to sales between private parties, too. Right now, there are loopholes that let guns slip into the wrong hands. That has to end. I've also co-sponsored the assault weapons ban. No civilian needs an assault rifle. These weapons belong on the battlefields, not in our schools, and not in our neighborhoods. There's also Ethan's Law. This is about accountability. It promotes the safe storage of firearms so they don't end up in the hands of kids. It's about being responsible for your weapon, for your family, and for your community. I support a ban on high-capacity magazines, and I support closing the boyfriend loophole. That's the one that lets domestic abusers buy guns. Domestic violence and gun violence are often linked. This loophole costs lives. And let's not forget mental health. We need to fund mental health care and expand access to it. But mental health alone isn't the issue. This is also about guns. We need to act now. We need to keep our kids, our neighbors, and our communities safe. No more delays. Over 40,000 people lost their lives to gun violence last year alone. No more excuses. Massacres carried out using the high-capacity magazines and bump stocks must end. No more indifference. Poor and minority communities cannot continue to be disproportionately impacted by gun violence. No more inaction. Over 20,000 Americans die by gun suicide every year, which is why we mark tomorrow, September 10th, Firearms Suicide Prevention Day. No more deadly outcomes. Domestic violence should never turn fatal because of easy access to guns. We've waited long enough. It's time to act. There's no question that gun violence is out of control, and it's time we face it head-on. I'll work with anyone, Republicans, Democrats, and independents, to make sure that happens. It's not just about policy, it's about people. And people are dying. We can't wait any longer.